Fox 49 weather with Jamie Warner, certified by Weather8 as the most accurate forecast in the Ozarks, 6 years in a row.
Well, right now, it's quiet. Things are going to stay that way into Wednesday, but looking west, we can already see the trouble that's coming. We've got a couple different areas. Again, I pointed out, we have a little system right here. We have another bigger system right here. Now, the system that came through on Sunday was more like this storm that we're finding right now on the west coast, and that's going to sweep through Thursday and Friday. First, we got to get through that little system that's now making its way south of California. Now for tonight, we're going to hold on to quiet weather, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, high cloudiness will work into the area. I think we start off with mostly sunny skies, but the high cloudiness will fill in and we'll find a high overcast developing as we get into the afternoon. Now notice this cold front. It's dropping south very slowly, and it's going to give ample time for some moisture to work north to meet that front. And that's why I think in this zone right here, with the higher instability and also some stronger winds upstairs, there is going to be a risk for a few widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. I think that risk begins at about 3 and continues into the early evening. The overall threat looks pretty isolated at this stage. And if we do see a severe storm, I think the risk that we're going to get out of that storm is going to be hail or wind. Temperatures tonight, they cool off into the 40s and 50s. It looks like here in Springfield, we'll have overnight lows in the mid to upper 40s. Areas off to the south, though, where some warmer air is going to be nosing in ahead of that incoming cold front, looks like overnight lows only in the 50s in places like Branson. Tomorrow, that cold front will have an impact on temperatures. It looks like generally low to mid 60s here along and north of the interstate. Meanwhile, south of the interstate, especially once you get on the other side of that cold front, well, it's a very warm air mass in place. And while I think the high cloudiness is going to mute how warm we can get, or temper to some extent how warm we can get in those areas, I think we're still probably going to get it in the low to mid 70s. 71 in Harrison, probably about 72, 73 in Flippin, 72 in West Plains, and I would guess about 73, maybe 74 in Alton. So there's that. Then we've got that next storm that's going to come into the area. Now that storm is going to wind up just like the one that we had this past weekend. It is going to come out of Texas. It's going to move into Arkansas as we work through Thursday night and then into Friday. And it looks like ahead of that system, there's going to be a broad area impacted by the risk of severe weather from Texas and Oklahoma east into the deep south. Now notice we see that northern edge of that severe weather risk, a marginal risk, but that northern edge of that severe weather risk into northern Arkansas and across southern areas of Missouri. Now, what it looks like is we're probably going to be looking at a setup where there's elevated instability or it's higher up in the atmosphere. So that will tend to make the threat more of a hail threat with those thunderstorms that can become severe. And I think they're going to be isolated in nature. The exception to that would be further south as that surface low is making its way across northern Arkansas or along the state line. We could see some warmer, more unstable air trying to nose into north central Arkansas and northeast Arkansas. And with that, we may see a more elevated threat of severe weather in these zones late Thursday evening into early Friday morning. So looking at how this is going to evolve, it looks like scattered showers and thunderstorms work into the area by Thursday afternoon. A wet night expected with some rumbles of thunder Thursday night. And then that surface low, the track of that's going to be important because there's probably going to be a zone where it changes over to wet snow. And right now it looks like that's going to be favored north of I-44. And I can't rule out the possibility of maybe some slushy accumulations. Rain is going to be a big story. 1 to 3 inches of rainfall across the area. That could lead to some flooding concerns. And yes, wind again, gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour expected on Friday. Now in the wake of that storm, things quiet down and gradually warm back up through the weekend into early next week. Lauren?
All right, Jamie, thanks.